Welcome everybody, it's Jack here from Gingerbets and welcome to this week's Golf Betting Insights weekly YouTube video where we're going to be breaking down the Sony Open, and as ever we're going to be looking at the course itself, the key skill sets required, and bringing you my best 4 outright selections for this week's Sony Open. But before we get there, if you're new to this channel, let me tell you what happens here each and every week. If you love golf, if you love golf betting, if you're looking to improve your golf betting and have an edge over the bookmakers, then you have come to the right place. Here at Gingerbets, we've got a proven track record for beating the bookmakers in golf betting. And we do this by identifying the key skill sets that are going to be required to lift that trophy on Sunday evening. And that enables us to narrow down our portfolio of players that we're looking at. So there's 150 runners circa this week on the PGA Tour event. We're able to get rid of lots of those because the key attributes that are going to be required to lift that trophy on Sunday evening, a lot of the players do not excel in. So to put this in basic terms, if you can imagine athletics, Usain Bolt, an elite athlete, Mo Farah, an elite athlete, neither of those can compete at the respective sport. So Mo Farah would not win a 100 and 200 meter race against even the 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th best Olympic athletes over that distance. And the same goes for the other way. Usain Bolt would not come anywhere near in a 5,000 meter race. Why? Because these players are not tuned up for that type of event. It's the same in golf. The courses vary week in, week out. This week we're on a low scoring test, easy by PGA Tour standards. In a few weeks' time we'll be at the Farmers Insurance Open. It'll be completely different. Then we'll have the US Open. So what we do here at Gingerbets is we analyze the data, we look at the key skill sets, and by doing this we're able to help you with your golf betting and help you provide more winners, have more insight when placing your wagers. Even by tuning into the key skill sets required section, it may help you narrow down your own portfolio of players, and that's something that's really important when picking golf selections. So that's what we do here at Gingerbets. That's what I do on this channel each and every week. Let's not keep you waiting any longer, and let's get into this week's video and tell you what the course will play like and what the key skill sets are going to be required. So we're on a par 70 this week, circa 7,000 yards, very short by PGA Tour standards. Front 9 plays a lot harder than the back 9. Bermuda grass, rough and greens, so it's going to be the same surfaces that the players faced last week. Will the players that played last week have an advantage? I think so. What do you think? Let me know in the comments box below. Are you selecting players that turned up, should I say, last week for this week's event, or are you looking at some players that are fresh and starting their 2022 calendar year season? Then the course itself is going to be the winning score. I would expect 22, 23 under par. Unless that wind gets up, we're going to see birdies galore, much like we did last week. But I don't think we're going to get to 30 under, or 3 players who got to 30 under. So that's the course itself. Let's have a look at the key skill sets that are going to be required. Let's take it from the tee box as we do. First up, it's strokes gained off the tee. This is a key metric here. It has been of recent times. It was all about accuracy, but now it's about strokes gained off the tee in general. So let's pay particular attention to that. Then I want to look at greening regulations gained. That has been a key metric. Players who've been successful at this event have hit plenty of greens in regulation, and I see this week being no different. By doing that, you're giving yourself plenty of birdie looks. One of the key metrics, without a shadow of a doubt, will be strokes gained approach play. I want to dial it in a little deeper. I want to look at 150 to 200 yards, and the reason being that there's plenty of dog legs on this course. You have to be careful off the tee and have to play for position often, which means you have a longer shot in than you would at a regular PGA Tour event. That means that at this course, there are more shots than average from 150 to 200 yards. So when looking at approach play, I want to dial in a bit deeper and look at that key range. Then I want to look at par 4 scoring from 400 to 500 yards, because that's been a key factor in winning, and there's 10 holes that fall in that category this week, or should I say in that range. And last but certainly not least, the single most important factor, if you take one thing away from this video this week, take away this: 7 of the last 8 winners of the Sony Open have ranked in the top 5 for putting on that given week. So, albeit we've had JT win here, historically, we look at the players who've won this tournament, they have been world-class putters. Nah of recent times, Walker to name just a few. These are class putters, and I expect this week a player that wins to have a proven track record of putting. Most of my players have real good putting stats, but one of them doesn't. But I'm going to tell you the reasons why he's a standout selection, so stay tuned for that. So that's the key skill sets. Just to recap, it's off the tee, it's green in regulations gained, it's strokes gained approach from 150 to 200, it's par 4 scoring from 400 to 500, and then it's putting strokes gained on the Bermuda grass surfaces. Let's get to the outright selections for this week's Sony Open. Well, those of you that have checked in on Twitter, may I encourage you to head over to Twitter, Ginger_bets, and Instagram, Ginger_bets, where you'll get early releases, short form videos of my best outright and best outsider. So the best outright has already been released this week, but if you're late to the party, then let's get straight to it. Let's hope he can follow in his countryman's footsteps of last week, and another Aussie will headline the portfolio. Available at 22 to 1, 8 places available, William Hill, 20 to 1, BetMGM in the USA. Mark Leishman will headline the portfolio. Let me tell you why. He arrives in the back of a top 10 at the Tournament of Champions, 2 top 5 finishes at this event previously. But what most excites me is his performance on the Bermuda grass putting surfaces, 7th over the last 36 rounds on tour, an absolute world-class putter on his day. Well, I think he's got an outstanding chance this week. Take the odds, enjoy the ride. Mark Leishman will be there or thereabouts in my view. Second up, it's an obvious pick, but I just cannot ignore him. He'll be popular in circles all over this week. But Kevin Kisner, he comes in off a top 10 at the Tournament of Champions. He put in extremely well, where he was in the top 5 for putting statistics over the event last week. He puts extremely good on the Bermuda grass putting surfaces, and he also has 3 top 5s here of previous times. So at plus 3,600 FanDuel, 35 to 1 William Hill, 8 places in the UK, he will be the second selection of the week. The third selection of the week, I mentioned that a player had made my portfolio that isn't the best at putting, but let me tell you why. I'm going to him. This guy is the best ball striker on tour over the last 24 rounds on tour. He's second in strokes gained off the tee over the last 24 rounds on tour. He's third in approach play over the last 24 rounds on tour. He's dialed in off the tee, approach play, and his putting is inconsistent, but at the Sony Open in 2018, 19 and 20, he gained strokes with the putter. That's not something he does regularly. Corey Connors, plus 2,900 FanDuel, 28 to 1 in the UK, 8 places available. Corey Connors will be the third selection of the week. And to round out the portfolio, a player that didn't make it over to the Tournament of Champions last year. He hasn't yet got a winner on the PGA Tour, but he's an elite level putter. He's accurate off the tee, which is important this week. He's dialed in with his approach play. He's in the top 10 from approach play from 150 to 175 yards over the last 36 rounds on tour. And his price is really exciting, 50 to 1. Christian Behazenhout to get his first PGA Tour victory. People say it'll come at a tough track. I believe he's got an outstanding chance this week on a course that's going to demand real good putting skills, good approach play, tactics off the tee, technical track, right up his street for me. He will be the fourth and final selection for the portfolio. So to round it off, we've got Kisner, we've got Connors, we've got Leishman, and we have Christian Behazenhout. Good luck with all your wagers this week, but before I go, may I encourage you, if you're new, enjoying the content, please do like, share, leave some comments in the description box below. That helps me get more visibility on YouTube. That I would be most grateful for. If you could help me with anything, it would be leave a comment, tell me who your best top 20 pick is, tell me who your best outsider is, tell me who your best outright is. There's the 3 questions for you. Hit me with them in the comments box. Thanks very much for listening. Good luck with all your wagers. Like, subscribe, comment, do your thing, and thanks for listening. Goodbye for now.